It's week 3 of the National Football League. And we've got the Chargers' speedy running back. He really helped drive them a week ago with a 3-touchdown game. It's the Chargers and the Commanders, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Washington Commanders. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl.
Herbert on the first play wants to pass it. And his throw here is incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on second down. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get the series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a play that may get lost in the grand scheme of things, but one thing's for sure. You certainly don't want to go 3 and out to start the game. So that's a nice job of finding the right play call and coming up with a first down.
Herbert back to the air. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Isaiah Spiller out of the backfield. And that'll bring up second down. You talk about this Washington defense. In that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Jonathan Allen with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. So out comes the Washington offense as they get their first shot. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of carries, 110 yards.
I think he's exactly where he wants to be coming into a game, partner, because he has to still be riding the momentum from last week when he broke the century mark in rushing and had one of his...
His first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
Go, hey, go, go, go. Ready?
Herbert. No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception.
Switch, yellow, blue, check.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground if they want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be. Right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And McLaurin going to pick up a Commander's first down as he's going to get this down to the 45-yard line. Robinson, he'll try the left side. There he goes, left side. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
I love football lingo and the evolution of it all. Nickel defense makes sense, right? 5 defensive backs. But then you go to 6. What are you going to call that? And they call it a
double
dime. A dime, which is just very simple for them. The math doesn't add up. But I know one thing. Offenses love to run against dime defenses. Typically, the bigger guys have an advantage against the smaller defensive backs when they're blocking downfield.
Yeah, we saw that advantage right there.
Opposite, 3, Smith, red, check white.
They'll run this one right with Robinson. He will push his way down to about the 14. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Ready?
Back to throw. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Set, cut.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Set, go.
Robinson is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they're stopping him for a loss.
Forced out to his left. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Ready. Ready, go. Set.
Now back to throw. Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders. A great effort for Dare. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Commanders use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
The Chargers ready to take over. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
Go.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Josh Palmer, the intended target. And it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. All the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Set to go again. Here's Brian Robinson in the Commander offense. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to get it back here just past the 35.
And partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Let's go.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass and you blew coverage on, what did you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. So here is Washington now to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. Back to throw here. Looking for Dotson. He's got him. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 22 yards there, a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll set up a throw. That's out to the flat for Gibson. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll look to throw here. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up the 1st down.
Check pitch, opposite, green.
Robinson on a give right side. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Go.
2nd and 5. They'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That is caught. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Over the middle, he gets it to Gibson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a 1st.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Smith, ready.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr. with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. So that now 6 touchdowns for him on the ground here so far this year, Charles. And it's week 3. What kind of a season might he be embarking on?
Well, we both know it helps to have fresh legs early. And they're going to ride him a lot as this year goes on. But one other thing to keep in mind, as you keep having success, you actually have built up some momentum. Your body responds to that as well. So I see no reason for this to slow down anytime soon.
The Charger drive about to get going.
21.
They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10.
Go. Ready.
Here's Herbert. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Set.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he's taken down inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Now Herbert off the bootleg. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it's 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He gets this out to Spiller. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the 1st before he's tackled. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. 48 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers have cut it back within a score. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Brian Robinson Jr. making his way back onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. On to give, here's Robinson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Ready. Set, go. Go. Ready.
2nd down and a run by Robinson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They get 17 there. Good for a Commander's 1st down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Here we go.
So
Set.
from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Ready?
Robinson with another carry. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
On the set. Switch. Yellow. Blue. Check. Black swap.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Complete. It's Dotson. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 26. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Check. Pitch. Opposite. Read.
Back to throw now on 1st down. This will be caught at Samuel. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Pause red.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Commanders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far. Herbert on 1st down now. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They give him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Go, hey, go, 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 go.
And again, Herbert. Throw out wide is incomplete.
1 1st down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He had a couple of touchdown passes in that game last week, and he's matched that with 2 in the 1st half here as his guys start 1st and 10.
Smith red. Check white. Switch. Yellow.
They start on the ground with Robinson here. Able to push his way through, and he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the 1st half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They thought he could...
And off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Washington. Herb Smith Jr., 74 yards. And the Commanders take a 3-touchdown lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Hey, what is it?
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He's got a man. It's his fullback. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Herbert. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Let's go.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get this one up to the 26. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Ready.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's going to carry out of the side of the end zone. And that, my friends, is a safety. 2 points. Well, Charles, I've heard of backing up to avoid the rush. I think this takes that to a whole new level.
And not upper level either.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. That's taken on the 25. Able to slither by. Set to go again. Here's Brian Robinson, the Commander offense. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here.
False start, offense.
Rashawn Slater, first-round pick in 2021, guilty there. The false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down.
Black swap, yellow, Lonnie.
Looking to throw. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a 1st down.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Short throw to Smith.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because He really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Commanders continue to pull away here in this first half. In the second quarter, and already his second touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And now their hill to climb has gotten taller. They had the safety last time they had the football. That led to the touchdown a moment ago. So that deficit going in the wrong direction as they try to right the ship here. 1st and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Herbert now. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And Allen's going to have a Chargers first down as the tackle made up at the 27. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Herbert back to the air. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Commanders will take over, but backed up deep in their own territory.
Blue check. Hut, hut.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Hut, hut.
2nd and 5. This to McLaurin out on the left side.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It's taken to the 26. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. This one incomplete and over everybody. Looked like a clear throwaway. But the officials, they're going to say there's a receiver over there in the area, so no flags, and it's third down. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Commanders force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, Davis.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right?
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Commanders on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat, and it's the Cowboys who are out in front. Cedric Wilson, a touchdown reception. We'll stay out west and make the short hop down to Vegas to see what's going on with the Raiders at home at Allegiant Stadium. And they've got the lead over the visiting Houston Texans. Devontae Adams, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Denver Broncos. DeAndre Swift, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And Gibson decides against bringing it out. First chance for the Commanders' offense now as they head out for their opening series of the second half. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive.
And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here.
Previous
Yes,
play is
indeed,
under
the
review.
red flag is out. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Robinson up the middle.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. Second down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 36. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Washington.
Brian Robinson Jr. with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders just continue to roll. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, They came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
At their own 18. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks. And now here's a tackle behind the line.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Over the middle, brought in by Dotson.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
This 2nd and 4.
They'll set up to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. 63 yards receiving for him now. And that last catch good enough for a 1st down.
Here we go.
A give left side to Robinson.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6.
They'll look to throw. And he completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 25-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
The partner is still in the 3rd quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't really see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the 4th quarter. No one wants to leave any doubt when they're playing well. They just want to continue the process.
38.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Ready, go. Ready.
They'll drop to throw.
Looking for Dotson. He's got him.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here.
Red, yellow, opposite, green.
They'll look to throw again.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Set, ready. Shot, 17. Ready.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Irv Smith Jr., a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Commanders are pouring it on. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs.
Previous play is under
I think
review.
they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Shelling through the defense. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down.
70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up fourth.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's J.K. Scott now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away.
Brian Robinson Jr. making his way back onto the field.
He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
On the ready.
He's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just got to have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Hut. Ready?
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Smith red. Check white. Stand. Hut.
They'll set up a throw.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you?
And that's caught inside the 35. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. They chalked that one up as a gain of 34 on third down.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Hand off now to Robinson. And he's got it down to the 28.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Smith red. Check white. Switch yellow.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 12 and a Commander's first down.
It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Come on, set. Set, hut.
He'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
Set, go. Hut.
Now back to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. I got to think at this point, third quarter, if you're able to hold on to the ball, get 3 at the end, that's all you're looking for.
I would agree with that because right now, this is a job well done by them. In fact, it's almost time for handshakes, a little dap on the sidelines, maybe even start to discuss post-game plans. And for the guys who haven't played yet, go ahead and get loose. Your time is now.
L.A. readies for its next possession. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Tariq Woolen in on the stop. From the 20, here's the 2nd and 8. Here's Herbert. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. Just a gain of a couple there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Herbert. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to have the Chargers first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Herbert now. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Let's go.
A handoff as they run the counter play. He's got it to the 43 here.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now left side on the swing pass. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 33.
First down, Chargers.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Commanders' 32-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. Touchdown, L.A. Josh Palmer, 32 yards. And the Chargers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Well, CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about or really grasp onto in this game. They've been dominated, but at least they get a late touchdown here, something positive to put on film for tomorrow's session.
Yeah, they're still trying to execute, trying to get some positives on their board and ledger sheet and keep this from being a total loss. Give them credit. They're going down fighting.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Back onto the field now, the Commanders offense. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on.
Ready, ready. Hut, hut.
They begin the drive with Robinson. And he'll be taken down right around the 27.
Holding offense. Here we go, set.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
171 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Second down at the 22-yard line.
Hut, hut. Set.
2nd and 9 now. That's Samuel caught left side. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. This offense so far on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, Robinson.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards that time and a Washington first.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move.
Here we go.
No
Here we
better
go.
way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Opposite.
From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 9.
Smith, red. Ready.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Ready, ready.
He'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers.
Set, go.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. That's going to be caught by Samuel.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Check white.
2nd down and 8.
Switch, yellow.
Back to the ground with Robinson.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter.
Touchdown!
Jahan Dotson.
27 yards.
And the Commanders are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign.
What a great drive that was. A long drive, sustained, well executed.
I love what we're seeing out of him here in year 2, right? This young quarterback continues to evolve and grow. He's really the adage right now that John Wooden, the famous basketball coach, used to say. Be quick, but don't hurry. You can see that everything is happening for him, but he's not taking it at a pace that he can't sustain.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Chargers getting set to go.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 19-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Going quickly there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Again, Herbert. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Here's Herbert. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Palmer. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 35-yard line.
Now it's Herbert. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Go.
Back to throw. Herbert. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
Okay, ready? Set, ready. Blue check.
They run. Robinson. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Black swap. Yellow. Line.
Again, it's Robinson. And he'll be close to a 1st down at the Chargers 33. Wow, and even 200 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Check pink. Opposite. Green. Smith red. Check white.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Yeah, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career, that draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they called Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one.
Let's go now.
Now we got whistles before the snap. Looked like one of the Commanders jumped.
Ball start, offense.
Well, this O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Out left to Dotson. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out. And a 5-yard penalty.
Ball start, offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Here we go.
After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9.
Set, go.
Robinson, he'll try the left side. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. On for the field goal now is Evan McPherson. From the left hash, a chip shot here. McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Now the LA offense ready for this next possession. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Herbert throwing again. And his throw is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they...
On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked up by Avonte Maddox. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Oh, my goodness, CD. I mean, this defense just continuing to dominate. They're really dominating on both sides of the ball, but for the defense, that's now 3 interceptions for them here in this ball game.
And what a great teaching tape for this defensive coordinator, right? When they go back and review this game, what does he always tell us that he preaches to his team? We're going to lead the league in effort. Well, they're doing that in this game as well as making big plays.
Ready?
They'll run this one right with Robinson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Ready, play.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
On the draw, Robinson. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Give him 9 yards on the carry there. A good run. And now 2nd and goal. Robinson is in. Touchdown, Washington. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow. Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert. Jonathan Allen in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Commanders, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.